ground,
background,
background,
cliff walls,
cliff wall,
fountain,
fountain,
dock,
dock,
pier,
pier,
port,
port,
pasture,
pasture,
empty,
empty,
sailboat,
sailboat,
be floating
be
down the
flowing
river,
down the river,
be casting
be
shadows,
casting shadow,
be
be
suspended over a
suspending
stream,
over the stream,
have been left on
have
the
been left
sand,
on the stand,
be being
be
gathered
being
into a
gathered
pile,
into a pile,
be
be
securing a boat
securing
to
a
the dock.
boat to the dock.
There are buildings
They
on
are
the hill.
building on the hill.
The parkway
The
is walled by
parkway is
boards.
walled by road.
The railing runs
The
above the
railing
top
runs
of the
above
curved
the
wall.
top of the car.
Railings surround the top
Railings
deck.
surround the top deck.
Waves are crashing
Waves are
against the
crashing
rocks.
against the rock.
Ground,
Ground,
background,
background,
cliff walls,
cliff wall,
fountain,
fountain,
dock,
dock,
pier,
pier,
port,
port,
pasture,
pasture,
empty,
empty,
sailboat,
sailboat,
be floating down the
be
river,
flowing down the river,
be casting shadows,
be casting
Be suspended
shadow,
over a
be
stream,
suspended over the
have
stream,
been left on the
have been
sand,
left on the sand,
be being
be
gathered
being
into a
gathered into a
pile,
pile,
be
be
securing a boat to the
securing a
dock.
boat to the dock.
There are buildings
They
on
are
the hill.
building on the hill.
The parkway
The
is walled by
parkway is
boards.
walled by boards.
The railing
The
runs above
railing
the top
runs
of the curved
above the
wall.
top of the car wall.
Railings surround the top
Railings
deck.
surround the top deck.
Waves are
Waves
crashing
are
against the
crashing
rocks.
against the rock.
Ground,
Ground,
background,
background,
cliff walls,
cliff wall,
fountain,
fountain,
dock,
dock,
pier,
pier,
port,
port,
pasture,
pasture,
empty,
empty,
sailboat,
sailboat,
be floating down the
be
river,
flowing down the river,
be casting
be
shadows,
casting shadow,
be
be
suspended over a stream,
suspended over the stream,
have been left on the
have
sand,
been having
be being
released on
gathered
the
into a
stand,
pile,
be being gathered
be
into the
securing a boat
ground,
to the
be
dock.
securing a boat to the dock.
There are buildings
They
on
are
the
building
hill.
on the hill.
The
The
parkway is
parkway
walled
is
by
walled by
boards.
boards.
The railing runs
The
above the
railing
top of the
runs
curved
above the
wall.
top of the car wall.
Railings surround the top
Railings
deck.
surround the top deck.
Waves are crashing
Waves
against the
are
rocks.
crashing against the rock.
Ground,
Ground,
background,
background,
cliff walls,
cliff wall,
fountain,
fountain,
dock,
dock,
pier,
pier,
port,
port,
pasture,
pasture,
empty,
empty,
sailboat,
sailboat,
be floating
be
down the
flowing
river,
down the river,
be casting
be
shadows,
casting shadow,
be suspended over
be
a stream,
suspended over the stream,
have been left on the
have been
sand,
left on the stand,
be being gathered
be
into a
being gathered
pile,
into a pile,
be
be
securing a boat to
securing
the
a
dock.
boat to the dock.
There are buildings
They are
on the
building
hill.
on the hill.
The
The
parkway is
parkway
walled
is
by
walled by
boards.
boards.
The railing
The
runs
railing
above the
runs
top of
above
the
the
curved
top of the
wall.
car wall.
Railings surround the
Railings
top
surround
deck.
the top deck.
Waves are
Waves
crashing
are
against the
crashing
rocks.
against the rock.
Ground,
Ground,
background,
background,
cliff walls,
cliff wall,
fountain,
fountain,
dock,
dock,
pier,
pier,
port,
port,
pasture,
pasture,
empty,
empty,
sailboat,
sailboat,
be floating down
be
the river,
flowing down the river,
be casting
be
shadows,
casting shadow,
be
be
suspended over a
suspended
stream,
over the stream,
have been left
have
on the
been left on
sand,
the stand,
be being
be
gathered
being
into a
gathered
pile,
into a pile,
be securing
be
a boat to the
securing a
dock.
boat to the dock.
There are buildings
They
on
are
the hill.
building on the hill.
The parkway
The
is walled
parkway
by
is walled
boards.
by boards.
The railing
The
runs above the
railing
top
runs
of the
above the
curved
top
wall.
of the car wall.
Railings surround the
Railings
top
surround
deck.
the top deck.
Waves are
Waves
crashing
are
against the
crashing against
rocks.
the rock.
Ground,
Ground,
background,
background,
cliff walls,
cliff wall,
fountain,
fountain,
dock,
dock,
pier,
pier,
port,
port,
pasture,
pasture,
empty,
empty,
sailboat,
sailboat,
be floating
be
down the river,
floating down the
be
river,
casting
be
shadows,
casting shadow,
be
be
suspended over a
suspending
stream,
over the stream,
have been left
have
on the
been left
sand.
on the stand.
Be being
Be
gathered
being
into a
gathered into a
pile.
pile.
Be
Be
securing a boat
securing
to the
a
dock.
boat to the dock.
There are buildings
They are
on the
building
hill.
on the hill.
The parkway is
The
walled by
pathway is
boards.
walled by board.
The railing runs
The
above the
railing
top
runs
of the
above the
curved
top
wall.
of the curved wall.
Railings surround the
Railing
top
surrounds
deck.
the top deck.
Waves are
Waves
crashing
are
against the
crashing
rocks.
against the rock.
Ground,
Ground,
background,
background,
cliff walls,
cliff wall,
fountain,
fountain,
dock,
dock,
pier,
pier,
port,
port,
pasture,
pasture,
empty,
empty,
sailboat,
sailboat.
be floating
Be
down the
flowing
river,
down the river.
be casting
Be
shadows,
casting shadow.
be
Be
suspended over a
suspended
stream,
over the stream.
have been left
Have
on the
been left on
sand,
the stand.
be being
Be
gathered
being
into a
gathered
pile,
into a pile.
be
Be
securing a boat
securing
to
a
the dock.
boat to the dock.
There are
They
buildings
are
on the
building
hill.
on the hill.
The
The
parkway is
pathway
walled by
is walled by
boards.
board.
The railing
The
runs
railing
above the
runs
top of
above
the
the
curved
top of the
wall.
curved wall.
Railings surround the
Railing
top
surrounds the
deck.
top deck.
Waves are
Waves
crashing
are
against the
crashing against
rocks.
the rock.
Ground,
Ground,
background,
background,
cliff walls,
cliff wall,
fountain,
fountain,
dock,
dock,
pier,
pier,
port,
port,
pasture,
pasture,
empty,
empty,
sailboat,
sailboat.
be floating down the
Be
river,
flowing down the
Be
river.
casting
Be
shadows.
casting shadow.
be suspended
Be
over a
suspended
stream,
over the stream.
have been left
Have
on the
been left on
sand,
the stand.
be being
Be
gathered
being
into a
gathered into a
pile,
pile.
be securing
Be
a boat to the
securing a
dock.
boat to the dock.
There are
They
buildings
are
on the
building
hill.
on the hill.
The parkway
The
is walled
pathway
by
is walled by
boards.
board.
The railing
The
runs
railing
above the
runs
top of
above
the
the
curved
top
wall.
of the curved wall.
Railings surround the
Railing
top
surrounds the
deck.
top deck.
Waves are
Waves
crashing
are
against the
crashing against
rocks.
the rock.
Ground,
Ground,
background,
background,
cliff walls,
cliff wall,
fountain,
fountain,
dock,
dock,
pier,
pier,
port,
port,
pasture,
pasture,
empty,
empty,
sailboat,
sailboat.
be floating down the
Be
river,
flowing down the river.
casting
Be
shadows.
casting shadow.
be
Be
suspended over a
suspended
stream,
over the tree.
have been left on
Have
the
been
sand,
lived on the stand.
Be being
Be
gathered
being
into a
gathered into a pile.
be
Be
securing a boat
securing
to the
a
dock.
boat to the dock.
There are buildings
They are
on the
building
hill.
on the hill.
The parkway
The
is walled
pathway
by
is walled by
boards.
board.
The railing
The
runs
railing
above the
runs
top of
above
the
the
curved
top of the
wall.
curved wall.
Railings surround the
Railing
top
surrounds the
deck.
top deck.
Waves are crashing
Waves
against
are
the rocks.
crashing against the rock.
Ground,
Ground,
background,
background,
cliff walls,
cliff wall,
fountain,
fountain,
dock,
dock,
pier,
pier,
port,
port,
pasture,
pasture,
empty,
empty,
sailboat,
sailboat.
be floating
Be
down the
flowing
river,
down the river.
be casting
Be
shadows,
casting shadow.
be suspended
Be
over a stream,
suspended over the stream.
have been left on the
Have
sand,
been left on the stand.
be being
Be
gathered
being
into a
gathered
pile,
into a pile.
be
Be
securing a boat
securing
to
a
the
boat
dock.
to the dock.
There are
They
buildings
are
on the
building
hill.
on the hill.
The parkway
The
is walled by
pathway is walled by
boards.
board.
The railing runs
The
above the
railing
top
runs
of the
above the
curved
top of the
wall.
curved wall.
Railings surround the
Railing
top
surrounds the
deck.
top deck.
Waves are crashing
Waves are
against the
crashing
rocks.
against the rock.
Ground,
Ground,
background,
background,
cliff walls,
cliff wall,
fountain,
fountain,
dock,
dock,
pier,
pier,
port,
port,
pasture,
pasture,
empty,
empty,
sailboat,
sailboat.
be floating
Be
down the
flowing
river,
down the river.
be casting
Be
shadows,
casting shadow.
be
Be
suspended over a
suspended
stream,
over the stream.
have been left
Have
on
been
the
left on
sand,
the stand.
be being
Be
gathered
being
into a
gathered
pile,
into a pile.
be
Be
securing a boat
securing
to the
a
dock.
boat to the dock.
There are buildings
They are
on the
building
hill.
on the hill.
The parkway
The
is walled
pathway
by
is walled by
boards.
board.
The railing
The
runs above the
railing
top
runs
of the
above the
curved
top
wall.
of the curved wall.
Railings surround the
Railing
top
surrounds the
deck.
top deck.
Waves are
Waves
crashing
are
against the
crashing
rocks.
against the rock.
Ground.
Ground.
Background.
Background.
Cliff walls.
Cliff wall.
Fountain.
Fountain.
Dock.
Dock.
Pier.
Pier.
Port.
Port.
Pasture.
Pasture.
Empty.
Empty.
Sailboat.
Sailboat.
Be floating
Be
down the
flowing
river.
down the river.
Be casting
Be
shadows.
casting shadow.
Be
Be
suspended over a
suspended
stream.
over the stream.
Have been left on
Have
the
been
sand.
left on the stand.
Be being
Be
gathered
being
into a
gathered into
pile.
a pile.
Be
Be
securing a boat
securing
to
a
the
boat
dock.
to the dock.
There are
They
buildings
are
on the
building on the
hill.
hill.
The parkway
The
is walled
pathway
by
was by
boards.
board.
The railing
The
runs above the
railing
top of the
run
curved
over
wall.
the top of the car wall.
Railings surround the top
Railings
deck.
around the top deck.
Waves are crashing
Waves are
against the
crashing
rocks.
against the rock.
Ground. Background. Cliff walls. Fountain. Dock. Pier. Port. Pasture. Empty. Sailboat. Be floating down the river. Be casting shadows. Be suspended over a stream. Have been left on the sand. Be being gathered into a pile. Be securing a boat to the dock. There are buildings on the hill. The parkway is walled by boards. The railing runs above the top of the curved wall. Railings surround the top deck. Waves are crashing against the rocks. Ground. Background. Cliff walls. Fountain. Dock. Pier. Port. Pasture. Empty. Sailboat. Be floating down the river. Be casting shadows. Be suspended over a stream. Have been left on the sand. Be being gathered into a pile. Be securing a boat to the dock. There are buildings on the hill. The parkway is walled by boards. The railing runs above the top of the curved wall. Railings surround the top deck. Waves are crashing against the rocks. Ground. Background. Cliff walls. Fountain. Dock. Pier. Port. Pasture. Empty. Sailboat. Be floating down the river. Be casting shadows. Be suspended over a stream. Have been left on the sand. Be being gathered into a pile. Be securing a boat to the dock. There are buildings on the hill. The parkway is walled by boards. The railing runs above the top of the curved wall. Railings surround the top deck. Waves are crashing against the rocks.